Okay, we're starting off in a child's pose. Starting out in your child's pose allows you to release the low back a little bit toward the ceiling or the sky. Okay, feel that same sense of spreading open in the back of your shoulders behind your heart. Back feels nice and soft. Feel your hip creases softening a little bit here. Maybe you feel your glutes get a little closer to the earth. And from here, let's just open up in the upper body a little bit more. So start to walk your hands out. Keep your big breath. Walk those hands out until you walk them as far as you can. And you want your long neck still. So keep moving your shoulder blades away from your ears. And think of pointing your elbows down here. Just breathe. Breathe extra space all around your shoulders and armpits. Big chest movement with your breath. Big rib movement. And let's mix in a side stretch here. If you walk your hands out to the left and ground your head, you can really open up that right side. So think of moving your right hip away from your hands over to the right. Breathe deeply into the right side of your rib cage, your neck, your low back, and even your hip. Maybe one more big breath here. Spread open the right side. Maybe walk your hands out a little further if it feels nice. And let's bring the hands through center. Let's change sides. Bring them over to the right. Drop your head here and start to move your hips to the left. Big left side stretch. Big breath. Maybe one more big breath here into that left side, just giving your body time to open up and wake up with the breath. And then bring it back to center here. Come on up to hands and knees. Okay, from here, we'll take some rolling down dog. So tuck your toes and lift your hips. Find a nice downward facing dog. And you might want to bend your knees more just while you're still warming up your legs and get that long upper body shape. Okay, you can extend the knees later as the legs soften up. And remember, you can drop your knees too at any time. But I want to play around with a little moving and flowing in your spine. So think about inhaling forward to a plank, but round your spine at the same time, like you're looking at your belly button. Okay, when you reach that rounded plank shape, shoulders over wrists, exhale here, bend your knees softly and arch your spine. Think about pushing back while you do that. And we'll do that a few more times. So it's okay if it didn't make sense the first time. Inhale, round forward into your plank shape, flexing, rounding your spine. Bend your knees, exhale, back into that extended, arched spine. So just take a few more rounds like this and feel free to interpret it. Round forward, inhale. Extend back, exhale. And I want to encourage you to make this kind of like a cat-cow, okay? We're just moving the spine around. So you can roll sideways into it. You can take it more over to one side if you want to explore that. Feel that wave tailbone moving up and moving your whole spine along with it. How about one more? Roll it forward to a plank. Roll it back to a down dog. And then from your downward facing dog, take a pause and just walk your hands back to your feet here. Take a moment just to hang. Shake it out. You can grab your elbows and kind of swing here. Feel the back body kind of tractioning downward, lengthening your spine. Okay, let's start to move and flow a little bit more. With your inhale, push down into your heels. Start to roll yourself up. Stacking your vertebrae. Lift your heart up. Okay, at the very top of your stance, make a tiny back bend by pushing into your feet and looking at your hands. Okay, exhaling here, drop your hips. You're going to bend your knees, pull those knees toward each other into a chair squat. Think of looking up at your hands. We're going to inhale, press it back up to standing. Maybe one more little back bend. And then exhale here, hinging your hips. We're going to fold it all the way down. Okay, palms are down. On your inhale, come halfway up. Put weight in your fingers and toes. Just unroll your spine to look forward. And with your exhale, hinge at your hips. Bend your knees maybe. We're going to hug the legs for a deep forward fold. Okay, palms are down. Inhale here, walk it forward to a plank. And we'll just keep flowing, guys. Exhale here, slowly all the way down to the floor. Okay, keeping on with our little vinyasa variation. With your inhale, pull back on your hands, lift that heart up and open. Cobra. And exhale, tuck your toes. Bring it up and back to downward facing dog. Okay, from here, again, walk your hands back to your feet and fold. Grab your elbows, maybe even join your hands behind you and move them away from you. Feel that spine hang long and soft. Maybe sway. And we'll do that same little vinyasa variation again, okay, just to get warm. So release your hands if you joined them. Inhale, push into your heels and roll yourself all the way up. Okay, reach up tall here. Lift that heart for a teeny back bend. Exhale, drop it into a chair squat. Bend your knees, drop that tailbone, pull the knees inward. Inhale to standing, heart up, tiny back bend. Exhale, hinging your hips all the way down. On your inhale, halfway up, unroll to look forward. With your exhale, hinge and fold deeply. Hug your legs. Okay, palms are down. Inhale, walk it forward to your plank. And let's keep going. Exhale all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Pull that heart up and open. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, back in down dog. Again, walk your hands back to your feet and take a little time to hang and fold. Maybe join your hands behind your back. You can even grab your elbows and move them away from your heart. Big breath. Maybe sway. Okay, as you're ready, we'll keep going. Release your hands. One more time. Let's roll through that vinyasa variation. Inhale, roll yourself up. Lift your heart, tiny back bend. Exhale, into your chair squat. Drop the hips, knees toward each other. Inhale to stand, teeny back bend. Exhale, hinging and folding all the way down. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale forward to your plank and exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra, lift that heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Take 5 or 6 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Just settling in, noticing how it feels. Push the floor away from you. Pull the elbows inward. And breathe. All right, friends, let's keep moving. With your inhale, let's get the right leg up in the air. Exhale here, right foot forward. Let's drop the right foot outside your right hand and come up on your fingertips here. Just take a moment to establish yourself in this lunge shape. Pressing down equally into both legs and slightly drawing the knees inward so you feel in control. And then if you like, you can use the right knee. We're going to press up to a crescent lunge. So take a big breath in. Use all hands up in the air. Remember, you can drop the back knee if you need a break, okay? We're going to twist. So exhaling here, draw your hands down in front of you. Take that left elbow to the outer right knee. And we're looking over to the right. And I'll spin around to face you here. Okay, so remember, you can drop the back knee if you need to. You can always do that. Okay, but if everything's going great, just keep pressing down into both legs and looking over to the right. Now I'm gonna challenge you a little bit here. So your challenge is to step your back foot forward to meet your front foot and end up in a twisted squat. Okay, visualize it before you do it. Okay, just here, visualize the back foot stepping forward. Keep the hips low. Okay, and then let's do it in 3, 2, and 1. Step the back foot forward, drop your hips in your squat, hold and breathe. So you're still the same on the right side of the body. Everything's the same. Long spine, hands near heart, and long neck. Breathe here. Keep the hips nice and low. So we're going to come back the same way we came in. So visualize the left foot stepping back to a lunge before it happens. Visualize it, feel it. And now we'll do it in 3, 2, and 1. Left foot steps back to your lunge. Hold and breathe here. Maybe open your arms wide. And take one more big breath in here in this twisted lunge. And let's let it go. All hands down under your shoulders. With your inhale, let's get the right leg up in the air. 3-leg dog. And exhale here. Drop the right foot next to the left, back in downward facing dog. So let's take a little vinyasa in between just to keep it moving. You can always take a break here and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Here goes. Inhaling, move your heart forward and find a plank. Exhaling, hop or step to your hands and fold. Roll it up. Inhale, lift that heart nice and high. Exhale, sit down into your chair squat. Look up. Again, inhale, stand up tall, tiny back bend. And exhale, hinge your hips and fold. Halfway up on your inhale. And big fold on your exhale. Palms are down here. Hop it or step it back to your plank. And exhale all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Pull your heart up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, back in down dog. Take 5 or 6 long, slow breaths, just walking it out. Notice how your back feels after that twist and how your legs feel after that lunge. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. The lunge to the squat and then back to the lunge. Here we go, friends, left leg. In the air, take a big breath in, 3-leg dog. Exhale here, left foot forward, drop it outside your left hand and come up on your fingertips to establish your lunge. Now keep in mind, you can drop the back knee if you need a little more gentleness here, more of a break. And you can even use the left knee to push on. But come on up to your crescent lunge. Okay, big breath in here. And we're gonna twist from here. With your exhale, hands down in front of you, right by your heart, and take that right elbow to the outer left knee. We're gonna look over to the left and breathe right here. And I'll spin around to face you again, of course. So take some time getting your hands close to your heart. You know we'll be here for a while. And make your neck nice and long. And if you need a break, just drop the back knee and come out of the twist a little bit. You can always back it up. So we're gonna step the back foot forward to that squat, okay? You already know what we're gonna do. Visualize it first, okay? It can be really powerful, just imagining that squat happening before we even get there. Okay, and then we're gonna do it in 1, 2, 3. Step the back foot forward and squat. Hold and breathe. Both knees point forward. Breathe in your squat. Twist. Okay, find length in the spine. Could you drop the hips a little lower? We're coming back the way we came in. Are you ready? Visualize it first. Visualize the right foot stepping back. Feel it happening. And then we'll do it in 3, 2, and 1. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Hold and breathe. Maybe open your arms wide here, looking up. All right, one more big breath in here in your twisted lunge, warming your body. And then all hands down underneath your shoulders. Coming up to a 3-leg dog here. Inhale, left leg up in the air. And exhale, drop that left foot back to downward facing dog. So here comes another little vinyasa variation. Feel free to take a break in child's pose or come along. Inhaling here, find your plank. Exhale, hop or step to your hands and fold. On your inhale, push into your heels, roll yourself up. Lift that giant heart, spread it open to the sky in a teeny back bend. And then exhale, drop it into a squat. Okay, tailbone down, knees together. All the way back up on your inhale, teeny back bend. And exhale, fold it all the way down. Inhale halfway up and roll your spine. And exhale, hinging, fold, hug your legs. Palms are down. Inhale to your plank. You can hop it or step it. And exhale all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Pull that heart up and open. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take some breath here. Walk out your heels. Shake it off. 5 or 6 breaths here in downward facing dog. Just noticing the difference between this one and maybe the first one you did about 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. See if you could push the palms down a little more firmly and draw the elbows inward. Let the shoulder blades slide down your back. And then lift the kneecaps more firmly to drop your heels. Just play with all these little variables. Let's keep playing. With your inhale, right leg up in the air, 3-leg dog. Exhale the right foot forward, drop it between your hands. Let's drop the back heel. So the left heel is now on the floor. And inhaling, sweep yourself up to warrior 1. Okay, hips and shoulders aligned with the front of your space. And let's hold it right here, warrior 1. So I like to
grab onto my hips in a warrior and actively pull the right hip back and send the left hip forward. If it's really hard to align yourself in that direction, try just walking the right foot over to the right, okay? Sometimes a little more space makes a big difference. So when you have those hips and shoulders aligned forward, watch the right knee, make sure it points over the toes, and get that left foot really pressing down strong into the earth. Okay, and then breathe. Take some time in your warrior posture. You might interlace your fingers and point them back. Breathe here. One more big breath, warrior one. Exhaling here, extend that front leg, okay? Extend that front leg. Go ahead and grab your hands onto your hips and hinge at your hips, hinging forward so that your upper body comes a little bit closer to being parallel with the floor. And pause right here, okay, for a pyramid posture. If your stance is too wide and you're kind of slipping, just step the back foot forward a little bit until it feels more natural. But hips and shoulders level with the floor, lined up with the front of your space. See if you could get the upper body about parallel with the ground, but you don't have to. You can keep it higher. Okay, a little bit of a challenge here. See if you want to reach your hands forward. Maybe just do one. Maybe do both. And breathe. Keep the legs strong. Keep pulling them in toward each other. Pyramid pose. Maybe one more powerful breath here, heating your right leg, getting the legs nice and warm. And then go ahead and drop your hands to that right leg somewhere. Okay, for some of us, you'll bend the knee and you'll just use the right thigh. Some folks want to come down to the shin. Some folks are fine with the floor. But wherever you are, find a place for your left hand to be. Where do you want that left hand to be? And then reach up with the right hand, twisting yourself open into a revolved triangle posture. And I will spin around to face you here. So you can bend the right knee if you need to make this posture a little easier. Okay, take some time lengthening that spine, push down into both legs and draw them inward. Big wringing out of your spine here, your back, your belly. Maybe one more breath here in your revolved triangle, Parvrita Trikonasana. As you're ready to let it go, bend into that right knee, drop your hands under your shoulders, and we'll pop up the left heel. Come up to a three-leg dog here. Inhale here, right leg up in the air, send it high. And exhale, drop that right foot next to your left, back in downward facing dog. Walk it out. Okay, keep breathing. How about one more vinyasa just to keep ourselves flowing before we switch sides. Inhaling here, find your plank. Exhale, hop or step forward and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Push down into your strong legs. Lift your big soft heart. Exhale into your chair squat. Drop your hips. Inhale, stand and lift your heart. Exhale, hinge and fold it. Halfway up, inhale. And a big fold on your exhale. Palms are down. Inhale to plank and exhale all the way down. Okay, big cobra heart on your inhale. Lift it up and open. And exhale, press it down and back to downward facing dog. And let's hang out here. 5 or 6 breaths. Explore. Downward facing dog. Take up all the space in this posture.
Think of lifting a little bit out of your palm and a little bit up out of the arch of each foot, like the center of each limb is sucking upward towards center. Okay, spend some time just lengthening your spine. And then it's time to do the other side. So let's move to the left side. Inhaling here, left leg up in the air. Exhale here, send that left foot forward and drop it between your hands. Okay, dropping that back heel. Let's come up to a warrior one. Come on up. Warrior one. Okay, take your time setting yourself up. You can walk the left foot to the left. Hook those hips and shoulders to be aligned with the front of your space. And push into that back heel, strong in the front leg as well. So I want your lower body to be really activated here. And that's going to give you the freedom to open up the space in your upper body. Okay, hands up. Maybe make a little pointer finger and point it back behind you. And just breathe, just be in this posture. Take up all the space in it. Okay, maybe one more big breath here in your warrior one, very fierce, but very gentle. And then with your exhale, extend that front leg, hands to your hips. Think of maybe hinging at your hips, taking your upper body to a more parallel position with the ground. And let's hold here and breathe. If you need to shorten your stance, okay, step that back foot a little bit forward. Sometimes it's better to have a little shorter stance in pyramid. So keep that spine nice and long. And remember, you can keep yourself up. You don't have to fold to be parallel with the ground. Keep the legs strong. Pull them inward toward each other. And maybe extend one arm or two for a little extra challenge. Whew, breathe into this challenge. Nice in the back of the left leg. Okay, one more big breath here in pyramid pose. And then release your hands to the floor near that left leg. So you're gonna find a place to put your hands. The floor can work, okay? You might bend the left knee. The left shin can work. The left thigh can work. Please avoid pushing down on your knee. Okay, choose anything but that. And once you find a place where your right hand would like to stay, go ahead and twist, reaching up with that left hand. Go ahead and look up into your revolved triangle posture. Okay, I'll spin around to face you again. Keep that spine long. And then once you get settled in, you might need to reactivate your legs. They tend to get a little lazy here. So push down in the floor, pull the feet toward each other. There's the active lower body we're looking for. Keep breathing. Big, powerful twist for your whole torso. Maybe one more breath here in revolved triangle pose. Let's let it go. Okay, go ahead and bend that left knee. Drop the hands under your shoulders. Let's pop up the right heel and come up to a three-leg dog. So inhaling here, left leg up in the sky. And exhale, drop that left foot next to your right. Back to downward facing dog. Walk it out here, take a moment. All right, from here, go ahead and just drop to your knees. Okay, that was a lot of folding and twisting and back extension. So I just want to make sure we take a moment to open up the heart and release some chest tension with some puppy pose or open heart pose. So install your hips over your knees. Make sure they stay right there. And just walk your hands out so you can drop your head. And we'll start here. Take some big breath. Right, depending on the body that you live in, okay, your shoulders could be quite happy right here. You could just stay right here, allowing your shoulders and your armpits and your chest to open up toward the floor here with your forehead down. Okay, different bodies will perhaps not feel a whole lot here, and you'll start to put your fingertips down and lift your palms to lift those armpits, and you'll start looking at your hands. You could think of putting your chin on the floor. You can think of putting your chest on the floor. It's different for everyone. But no matter where you are, you're thinking of opening that heart big time, opening the throat, and maybe one more big breath here in your open heart pose, wherever you are. And then start to walk yourself out, hands walking back in by your hips. Take your time. Okay. When you come back to hands and knees, sit your hips to one side and shake your legs out. Take some windshield wipers maybe. All right, let's get a little bit more into your hips and your legs and even your low back with some stacked logs pose or double pigeon pose. So find a comfortable seat. Okay, I'll turn to face you. And then just take your right leg to start and line it up in front of you as if you were facing the edge of your mat like I am. You would just want to line your right shin up with the edge of your mat, so it's parallel. Okay, and then we want to do the same with the left shin. So you can even lean back if you need to. Stack that left foot on your right knee and make sure you have a really good flex in both feet. That's very important. So you can take your time here and we'll spend a few breaths, quite a few moments. So you can just close your eyes and settle in if you want and just be here. Flexed feet, leaning back, maybe where you stay. As you settle in, you might decide you can sit up a little taller. Okay, just play around with that. And you'll find that this posture is one that some days is really, really tight and some days it's not. So try to enter without expectations. If everything's going well and you feel like you've settled in a little bit, start to actively push your legs into the ground. So try to push down on the floor with both legs. Take a moment with that, just breathing. And as you spend time here just doing that, you may even decide you'd like to walk your fingers forward. But try lengthening your spine with each inhale. Think of heart forward, shoulders back. On your exhales, push down into the floor with your legs. Let the fold happen naturally. Long spine, inhale. Push the floor away, exhale.
Your hands may even come out in front of you here, and you can use them to push your hips a little more firmly down behind you. Feel free to hang your head, but keep your neck long for me if you do that. Okay, we could spend a long time here, but take your time coming out. Just think of walking yourself back upright if you folded. Okay, and leaning back on your hands, you can kick your legs out and give them a little shake off. Let's change sides. So now your left leg will start off in front of you, and you can line that shin up with the edge of your mat or the front of your mat, wherever you're facing. And then take the right leg and stack it on top. Lean back if you need. You can flex the ankles. That will help keep this posture in line for you. So flex. Feel free to stay leaning back and just keep it nice and loose and easy. But if you can, sit up straight and just be. Close your eyes and settle in. We're nice and warm in the legs. This is a great time to dive into a posture like this. Okay, approaching and moving deeply with patience. Okay, you're not expecting to move quickly into it. Perhaps you start to activate the legs downward, pushing the floor gently with both legs. Starts pulling the knees gently in toward each other at the same time. So that same feeling, just when we're up in a lunge, we push the floor, we pull inward, same thing here. Okay, start to lengthen your spine on the inhales. And push the floor on your exhales. Maybe you start folding forward. If you have your hands out front, use them to press your hips back. Maybe one more breath here in your double pigeon or stacked logs. Big hip opener, low back opener. I'm sure you feel a lot going on in your hips. Or start to walk yourself slowly out of this. Again, lean back on your hands and take a few windshield wipers. All right, and the next time the knees point up, just pause them there, grab behind them, and roll yourself all the way back. You can shake your feet out in the air, take some ankle circles. Okay, from here you can bend your knees, drop your feet, and then move your hips a little over to the left and drop your knees to the right. Let's look to the left and take a few breaths in this big twist. You can take your right hand and push the knees down gently if you like, and cactus that left arm.
As you breathe in your twist, think of lifting your heart. Breathe deeply so that you feel your whole torso moving. Okay, switching sides. Bring your knees in and scoot your hips over to the right so we can drop the knees to the left. Looking to the right, cactus that right arm and start to lift your chest as you breathe deeply. Remember to use your strong belly muscles when you exhale so that you're strengthening your low back support. One more breath in your twist. Okay, bring your knees back in. Go ahead and extend your legs. Extend your arms by your side and rest. Let your breath settle into effortless, easy breath that you're not controlling anymore. Let your body soften into effortless, easy body. No action, no doing, just being. Watch your thoughts with compassion. Witness this moment unfolding, sensation by sensation. Take some time just to soak up your practice this way, resting. Please rest like this as long as you can. The longer the better. Thanks so much for practicing with me today.